What's up, everybody? For those of you that do not know who I am, I invite you to go check out my introduction page for more about me. But my name is Brandon Dudechair Craven. All my friends call me Dudechair. And welcome to the very first edition of the Rollin Rasslin Review Show. Today, I'm going to talk about WrestleMania 32. We got a lot to get to, so let's get going. First on the pre-show were Kalisto and Ryback. Now, I didn't really get to watch all of this match because I was at work, so I had to go back and watch what I could. But from what I could tell, this match was okay. Kalisto is a great young talent. And Ryback, while he's starting to look more like Goldberg, the thing is, he's great too. He's a great big man in the business. They call him the big guy for a reason, because he is a big guy and he can actually do his job. So overall, I give this match 2 out of 5 stars. Later on, I'll probably figure out something about a new rating system like wheelchairs or something. Anyway, the next match on the card was the Total Divas versus Team Bad and Blonde. It was okay too, but first, I gotta say this. Why in the world is Eva Marie still employed with the WWE? I mean, I just don't fathom it whatsoever. She pulled off one move from what I saw in the match. Lana, who hasn't even stepped foot in the ring as a competitor until Sunday night, was better than she was. She wrestled for a full 5 minutes, and she was so much better than Eva was. But I will say that it was an overall good match. Great high spot by Paige coming off the second rope with a crossbody to the floor. The Total Divas won the match with Brie Bella paying tribute to her husband with her own version of the Yes Lock. Now, I did see an article on WWE.com that said that she was taking a break. It wasn't an official retirement, but her and Daniel wanted to start a family, which is great. I think that's awesome. So, you know, whatever she decides to do, and Daniel Bryan as well. He recently retired, so much well wishes to Daniel and his family, and hopefully they can start a family soon. Anyway, overall, I give the match a 2 out of 5 stars. And next on the pre-show, Lita unveiled the new women's title. That thing was awesome looking. It did look like a smaller version of the WWE World title, but still, anything was better than that stupid butterfly title. And it went to the winner of the triple threat match later in the show. We'll get to that in just a minute. Next was the Usos and the Dudley Boyz. Honestly, I thought this would be on the main card, but the Usos are one of my favorite tag teams of today, followed by the New Day. I mean, you gotta love the guys from New Day. They're just awesome. They didn't have much going for them, and then they just all of a sudden just took what they had and blew it up. Anyway, since this was on the WWE Network, they came back from commercial break, and Bubba Dudley was taking control, paying tribute to the now Hall of Famer Stan Henson. He always throws up the bullhorns, you know. And the Usos eventually won the match, putting the Dudleys through 2 tables with a crazy double splash after the match was over. They ended up winning, and the Dudleys jumped them, and they ended up putting them through tables after it was over. It was very, very cool. I do give this match 2 out of 5 stars. And now, on to the show of shows, WrestleMania 32, the main card. The opening package was really good, throwing it back to the very first WrestleMania with the Madison Square Garden microphone dropping down from the ceiling to the present day, and the packages for tonight's matches was very seamless, very, very good packaging, and it's a very good intro for a show. The first match was the Intercontinental title match, and first out was somebody I feel who's been very underutilized by the WWE, is Dolph Ziggler. They just won't pull the trigger on the guy, and I don't understand why they won't. He's a great competitor. He reminds me a lot of a young Shawn Michaels. Yeah, true. He does use sweet chin music for his finisher, but they do say imitation is the best form of flattery. So, you know, I don't understand why they won't pull the trigger on this guy. He's a great competitor, great on the microphone. You know, WWE, pull the trigger on this guy. He's great. You know, put the Intercontinental title or WWE or the U.S. title on him. Do something with him. Next was Stardust, and he paid homage to his late father, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, by wearing polka dots with hard times on the back of his costume. It was very cool to see. And also used a ladder that had polka dots on it too, which was very cool. I totally marked out for that one. Really cool moment. Out next was Sin Cara, and making his WrestleMania debut, surprisingly, was Zack Ryder. He's been with the company for, I think, probably 9 years, and he's finally getting on WrestleMania. And last out was the current Intercontinental Champion, Kevin Owens. But did he end up being Intercontinental Champion after the match was over? We'll find out. He did get a huge pop from the crowd, too. This match was as unexpected and expected as it could get. Insane spots, great competition. People getting thrown on top of ladders, off of ladders, ladders thrown on top of people. It was insane. This match had a lot of many highlights, but ultimately, your new Intercontinental Champion, Zack friggin' Ryder. That was an amazing moment. Great moment after the match, too, with his dad, celebrating with his dad in the ring. His dad jumped the barricade and celebrated with him. It was great. Overall, the match gets 4 out of 5 stars. The next match was AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, versus Y2J, the best in the world at what he does, Chris Jericho. First, I mean, this match would have been a great match had they done this only at WrestleMania. But seriously, it's almost like we've seen it before, because we have. But I think this was like the 4th time they fought. Not saying anything against Jericho or Styles. I think they're both great competitors. AJ Styles, I watched him when he was with TNA. He was one of my favorite wrestlers in TNA. And Jericho, I've watched him ever since he was in WCW. But I almost felt like this match would have lost its effectiveness and it would have been a throwaway, but it really wasn't. This match was Jericho's 13th WrestleMania and the first for AJ Styles. It's a classic wrestling match. Styles actually used some of Jericho's moves against him, like the springboard drop kick to the apron. A lot of innovative offense in this match. The crowd did seem relatively quiet for the match. Still, overall, it was a good match despite my reservations I had about it at first. Styles actually hit the Styles Clash, which was great to see him use that in the WWE. I believe that was the first time he actually hit it. The finish saw AJ Styles going for the phenomenal forearm, and Y2J hit the code breaker out of nowhere. And your winner, Y2J, Chris Jericho. Overall, I give the match a 3 out of 5 stars. Next match on the card is The New Day versus the League of Nations. Now, the entrance by the New Day was the best I've ever seen. A giant Bootio cereal box with the New Day was awesome. The Dragon Ball Z attire was great as well. The match was kind of what you expect. Rusev did show a lot of great athleticism in this match. It was good to see Xavier Woods back in action again. Big E is awesome as always. He's very athletic for a big guy. Although he did look to have hurt himself on a triple spear to the outside of the ring. He speared 3 guys on the way out to the ring. Your winner, though, due to interference by Wade Barrett, was the League of Nations. The League then cut a promo that no team could beat them. Then out came hometown heroes HBK, Shawn Michaels, Cactus Jack, and Stone Cold Steve Austin to confront the League of Nations. It went as you expect for the League. It didn't end well. Great segment after the match, or after that, with the New Day and the Legends, HBK twerking. You got to see that for yourself. All ending with a Stone Cold Stunner to Xavier Woods. They did kind of bury New Day in this segment, though, so I give this and the match overall 2 out of 5 stars. Okay, on to the next match. Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar in a no-holds-barred street fight. Now, Brock Lesnar started the match with his usual suplex repeat, suplex repeat, suplex repeat, dominating the early going. Dean finally got some offense in with a low blow and a kendo stick, and he brought in a lot of weapons. He tried to bring in the chainsaw that he got from Terry Funk and the barbed wire bat that he got from Mick Foley, but it wasn't meant to be. He definitely did get innovative with what he had. He brought in a bunch of chairs, did the whole chair stacking thing that he usually does. But, however, it was not enough, and your winner after an F5, Brock Lesnar. I honestly give this 2 out of 5 simply because I feel like the WWE only feeds Brock's ego by feeding him what should be WWE's next bright superstars. Next up is the match of the night, one of the matches of the night for me, the Women's Championship Triple Threat match. I'll start off by saying this. I think Charlotte is one heck of a competitor, but get her away from her father and let her carve her own path. She was great in NXT by herself. She was awesome by herself, and she carved her own path in NXT. Anyway, the match was fantastic. Highlights from the match saw Sasha Banks come off the top rope with a frog splash onto Charlotte, who had Becky Lynch in the figure 8. A suicide dive to Charlotte outside the ring. From Sasha, Becky performed a suicide dive to Rick on the outside, and Charlotte did a moonsault off the top rope to the outside onto the challengers. All 3 women had a chance to shine, and all came close to winning the match. This match, like I said, was one of the matches of the night for me. your winner and new women's champion due to interference from her father. Again, please get her away from her father. She doesn't need him. Charlotte. This match gets a 4 out of 5 stars. Great match. The women's division is back, baby. And next up is one of the biggest matches in recent memory. Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell. Great entrance by Shane with his boys following him out. That was awesome. And then the Deadman, The Undertaker at WrestleMania is truly a sight to behold. I will say this wasn't one of his most impressive entrances he's made at WrestleMania, but still, it's The Undertaker at WrestleMania. It doesn't get any better. This match was one you would expect it to be. Two veterans willing to put their bodies on the line to make sure they have a match everyone will talk about. Got to see a classic Shane move the coast to coast from turnbuckle to turnbuckle onto a trash can. They even broke the cell and fought into the ring at one point. I swear it was like the WWE turned back the clock on these two. Shane McMahon, God bless him, he put his body on the line in this match. Case in point, he willingly jumped off the cell with an elbow drop and missed on the announce table. However, your winner, The Undertaker. No doubt about it, folks, this match gets a 5 out of 5. This match and the women's match were both match of the night. Next up was the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Starting the match, a main roster debut for NXT's Baron Corbin. Tatanka's in this match, even DDP. Talk about a throwback. And can't forget about Shaquille O'Neal. He was in this match too. Also in the match, I saw Curtis Axel. Now, this is another guy who is very underutilized by the WWE. And I'm not criticizing WWE. I love WWE. It's just, I think they just don't know how to use their superstars sometimes. This man is a third-generation superstar. He deserves better than a social outcast. The same can even be said for Bo Dallas. Basically, all of your lower to mid-card guys were in this match, so it's great to see all these guys getting a shot at Mania. Anyways, everyone eliminated Big Show and Shaq to start the match. That was an all-out war for the trophy. But your winner, NXT's Baron Corbin. He's now on the main roster. Huge NXT chant from the crowd. Overall, I give this match a 2 out of 5 match because it was very quick, very fast, and it didn't really last very long. And they also said WrestleMania will emanate from Orlando, Florida next year, WrestleMania 33. And there was also a great promo between The Rock and the Wyatts. There was a match between Rock and Eric Rowan that lasted about 6 seconds, and then comes out John Cena. This guy's honestly like Tom Brady at the Super Bowl. Even when he's not involved, he's involved. The promo gets a 2 out of 5. It would have gotten higher had Cena and Rock not buried the Wyatts. I mean, they totally... I think Rock kind of gave Bray Wyatt a rub right there in the promo, but after that, they just kind of buried him. Up next is the main event of the evening. Triple H versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight title. I tell you, Triple H knows how to make an entrance at Mania just like The Undertaker. And Stephanie McMahon looked hotter than ever in this entrance. His entrance basically was the King of Kings. Stephanie was ringside for the match. And it's almost like she was channeling her Attitude Era Billion Dollar Princess Stephanie. I told a friend of mine the only thing that was missing was her Billion Dollar Princess shirt. So it was great. Triple H looked to be in the best shape of his life for this one. Best shape of his career. If you've ever wanted to hear 100,000 people boo at the exact same time, enter Roman Reigns. Now, nothing against Roman for sure, but they're booking him like they did Cena, just right in everybody's face. And, just right in everybody's face every week on everybody's TV screen and just push him to the moon. The crowd was totally against Roman in this one and all for Hunter. Classic Triple H and Stephanie. It was an okay match, not great, not bad either, but not a stellar main event for WrestleMania. They did have a couple of good spots where Roman speared Triple H through the barricade, and then later in the match, Roman accidentally speared Stephanie. But I still don't think it was enough to make it main event worthy of WrestleMania. Your winner and new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, surprise, Roman Reigns. At best, this match gets a 2 out of 5. Overall, I give WrestleMania a 4 out of 5 stars. Great show for the injuries that they had and the lack of talent that they had this year because of injuries. The main event was lackluster at best, but the rest of the card, especially The Undertaker and Shane, also the women's title triple threat match, more than made up for it. So that's going to do it for my first YouTube video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I had making it. Again, go check out my introduction video to learn more about me and this channel. The next time I'll post another video will be the next pay-per-view at Payback. If you guys have any opinions on WrestleMania, did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you just absolutely hate it? Let me know in the comments below. Did you like my first video? Let me know in the comments below as well. And if you really like the video, give me a like, share it, and let your friends know about it. Thanks everybody. I'm Brandon Craven. See you next time everybody.